hell no. I'm done. I'm finished. This is finished. I'm done.
I'm living my life like Beanie.
Tell Your Story Tuesday is something that traumatic or dramatic that happened in your life previously. I'm going to start it off. Each video is going to drop on Tuesdays, and we'll go from there. So my story, let me start it off since this is something that everybody wants me to tell, because I tell it to certain people in spurts. I may have told a girlfriend, I may have told a family member. So when I was younger, and I'm not going to say anybody's name. If you know, then you know. If you don't, then you don't. If you remember, then you remember. But it was a girl in the neighborhood, and you know, everybody used to be double dutching. Everybody used to be double dutching. Girls double dutching, girls, dudes, little boys smacking on your butt. Y'all running, having fun. It was a girl that used to make me eat her pussy. She was a bully. She could really fight. Actually, she was one of the toughest girls I ever seen in my life. And I had a mother that was very strict. This is the reason why I don't like spaghetti. So let me tell you. One day back in the early 2000s, probably like 2001, probably 2, there was a girl in my neighborhood that used to make me do the unimaginable things, unthinkable things to her, all because of what she heard her parents doing in the room. It was traumatic to me because I shouldn't have been doing nothing like that at my present age. I shouldn't have been doing anything like that. And if I didn't want to do it, she whipped my terribly. I'm talking about, like, she would take my head, put it on the slide me down the slide, put my shirt over my head, hit me 3 times, put her foot in my I'm talking about everything. So I just had to give it a program. And for any female that I've dealt with after as a grown man, this is the reason why you were able to get these good things done, because of her. So one day we on the playground and she double dutching, and the rope hit her in her face. So you know me laughing because of all the unthinkable things that she made me do yesterday. So I'm over there, and she was like, hey, come here. I walk over there, all my little men, they're like, oh man, what y'all about to go do? Like, man, get out of here. Punch my man in his mouth, drop him, he run off. So we on the slide. And listen, it took me years to actually tell my mother this. So I'm going to the house, and this is why I hate spaghetti. Like I said, I'm eating spaghetti, and the smell and the spaghetti, it just messed me up. I'm at the table. I went to go brush my teeth, and my mother, she was just like, stop brushing your teeth before you eat. So now I'm getting beat up twice. Now I'm losing my mind. I'm getting beat up in the house, I'm getting beat up outside the house. Couldn't tell none of my older siblings because I didn't want them to get beat up by her. I thought the girl could fight so good. Didn't want my mother going over there to go get beat up. She was just that vicious. So I'm eating spaghetti, and I'm like, bleh. My mother like, don't worry about it. Don't eat nothing. Just go to bed. I'm like, now I'm hungry. My lips are stinking. I mean, it's just all traumatic. It's all traumatic, you guys. And today, that's why I always say you have to be able to talk to people. I always say therapy should be incorporated in our insurance because of things like that has happened. You know, doing that, getting beat up, getting slapped out at home. You have to do these things to her or you're gonna get beat up. It's just too much. So when we say this, all jokes aside, when we say mental health is a real issue out here, this is what starts mental health issues. Things that happen as a child and that continues to, you know, go on. You may think about it, you may let it go. And then people play over top of you. You know, my stepfather, when I told him, he's like, oh, you was eating, drinking all urine back then. You don't want to hear that at 19, 20. You're trying to confide in these people because you mentally are going through it. You know, it's crazy. But one day, the next day, her father's in the window. She's like, hey, you about to come do this. And I'm like, hell no, I'm done. I'm finished. This is finished. I'm done. So her father come out. He's like, hey, look, little shorty, you about to have to fight her. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm ready, but I'm scared. Heart beating. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead. So I run to the house. I go put on my Allen Iverson Jones, tie him up. And I I look out the window, everybody out there like, oh, they about to fight, they about to fight. Mind you, she shot. So she hit her 5 hands, So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get out of this. So my stepfather come in the room. He's like, are you really about to fight a girl? I'm like, for sure. This has to stop. All this has to stop. I'm gonna go down in history fighting a girl, but if you only knew what she was doing to me, you would say get out there. So you know how everybody in a circle, everybody's in a circle, and she's still warming up. She looking sweet. I'm just shaking, knees shaking, fist shaking, and my man actually pushed me in the middle. I wasn't ready, so I backed up. So she had swung, and I missed. She missed. I'm like, oh man, whew, I felt the wind from it. So I'm backing up, and as I'm backing up, something just said, Patrick, just swing and run. So I just boom. I take off, go all the way up the hill. By the time that they found me, I was up my man. I was playing Tomb Raider, waiting for them to actually go in the house so I could come back down the street and get back to it. And as I got older, her and I, we speak now. We talk now. And I tell her, you've done all of the things that has made me who I am today. Those things that messed me up, but it kind of made me, look at things differently with women. So any woman, like I said, that has gotten whatever, however, from me, thank her. Thank her, because she taught me how to do that at such a young age, and it stayed with me for however long. But on the flip side, on the other side, it was, it'll mess with you mentally. Who, as a child, who would you ever think is just out here eating ass? I mean, you just out here eating ass every day. I ate ass so much I didn't even eat dinner some nights because it was just on my lips. It was on me mentally. And it's now I can joke about it. I can joke about it, y'all. But back then, listen, it was something to deal with. It was something to deal with. It was hard. It was very traumatic. It was just, it was just messed up. But like I said, Tell Your Story Tuesday. Y'all, we should always, if anybody wants to come on and tell this story, it's no judging in this. There's no judging. I started it all. That's my story, and I have plenty more. Oh, I have plenty more. So if anybody wants to know who Patrick Gibson is, I will do this every Tuesday, and it's going to be a different story with no judging. There will be no judging at all. So come on, tell your story. It could be good stories. I got a lot of good stories, and I have a lot of bad stories. But it's what makes us who we are today. Who we are today. I think about it, and I'm like, hey, that was back then. She's apologized, she's bought me things. She's actually done things for me, helped me to get into my career now, just because of the things that she used to do to me. She actually felt bad. She's actually married today, and a happy. I mean, they look so happy. I've met the husband. I'm like, I know she's whooping your ass when you don't do what she said. But here nor there, it just is what it is. It's just a lot to deal with. And like I said, Tell Your Story Tuesday, y'all, with the Sites King, Patrick Gibson. Anytime you want to come on, anybody, if you want to come on, tell your story. It's therapeutic. We can make a joke out of it. I'm not gonna cry with you, but we could possibly cry with y'all. We can console y'all. The things that y'all didn't get when y'all were little, or as teenagers, or even right now. This is what we're doing today to help any and everybody. Just open up. There's no judging here. And I am a very judgmental guy. But for this, I'm not going to be, because I had to sit to myself and say, hey, what in the world? Like, let's try to do things on the other side. Let's flip it out. So, to the unknown female who did these dramatic things to me, these traumatic things that messed me up, hey, baby, I had to put our story out there. You know who you are. I know who you are. And it's all love. It's nothing. There's no harm, no nothing. I just had to get it off my chest, because think about it, I've been holding that for 27 years. 27 years I've been wanting to get that off my chest. But hey, like, subscribe, and comment to the channel, y'all. We got a lot of good things coming. more fun, more games, more people, more interviews. Just if you want to get an interview, if you want to talk, if you want to share some things, come on. You can hit Bust a Move on his page. You can hit Benny on his page. You can hit me on my page, and we're welcoming anybody. There's no charges, nothing like that. Just come on and talk, have fun. It's therapeutic. So tell your story Tuesdays with the TYST King, the Businessman Podcast. Like, subscribe, and comment. Please, please, please. Thank y'all.